Daniel's Dread Tales is a show for grown-ups. It may contain adult language and adult themes. Please check the episode description for content warnings.
Tonight, on a very special episode of Daniel's Dread Tales, Monster of the Week is the system of the day. A group of ragtag monster hunters find themselves on a train where something instantly goes amiss. A man out of time, a mysterious murder, and more. All this, and so much more, on tonight's Daniel's Dread Tales. You really had me going. The pilot for the campaign, Low Places. Enjoy! Greetings everyone, and welcome to Daniel's Dread Tales. I am Nathan, and I'll be your Daniel for the evening. Today we are playing Monster of the Week, as I'm sure I just said in the intro. And we've got two guests with us, Isaiah and Theo. So we'll just start everybody introducing ourselves, Discord order down the line. Damien?
Hi, I'm Damien. He, they. You may recognize me from other episodes. I will be playing Onyx Blackblade, the Spell Slinger. They are your stereotypical mall goth in appearance. So the whole, typical black gothic clothing, black trench coat, kind of spiky boots, and very shadowed eyes.
All right, I think I'm next.
Yes, you are.
My name is Daniel. I am the titular Daniel of Daniel's Dread Tales. He, him. I will be playing as Roland. Also he, him. You know, Roland from history or myth. If you don't know about Roland from history or myth, which I discovered that most people don't somehow.
Yeah, no idea.
Because you're not encased in weird mythology like I am. Roland, as far as you guys need to know, he is a guy from the Middle Ages. He is a big dude. He's wearing armor, and he has a sword. That's pretty much all you need to know about him.
I mean, we should know his playbook. Did I mention that? I might have forgot to mention that.
Well, the playbook is The Exile.
Ooh. Hi, my name is Isaiah. I'm fine with just about any pronouns. My character is Mr. Miller, the Divine. Miller is an angel who has been demoted to the moral realm. He looks like just a regular human being, mostly. A little bit off in a few ways. But he's wearing a very inconspicuous business suit, and I think he's got a bowler hat.
I believe I'm next.
Yes, you are.
All right, this is Russell, they, them, and I will be playing Gale the Pararomantic, which is a nice way of saying monster fucker.
Word. That really is all we need to know, isn't it?
Yeah.
End of description.
Could you at least tell us a little bit about your monster significant other?
His name is Wows. One night, me and Steven were having a lovely candlelit dinner in the moonlight, and some innocent, dirty talk and pet names turned him into an ancient, imprisoned monster, inhabiting the husk of my once boyfriend.
Yeah, that'll happen.
That tracks.
Theo.
Hello, yes, my name is Theodore Monk, pronouns are he, him. I will be playing Isabel Dukakis, the Searcher, pronouns she, her. Isabel is, as the Searcher, she has been doing a lot of research into paranormal activity, specifically via literally dead sites on the internet and other related digital phenomena. She, in terms of, appearance, she looks like she used to work a lot in IT. Your hair is kind of, black, curly, mussed up, looks like she kind of cuts it herself. Wears a big, puffy jacket, just, huge shadows under her eyes from spending most nights, hunting the dark web and deep web and all the other sorts of webs that people don't even know about. Just trying to find more of these dang digital
ghost
ghosts.
web.
The ghost web. There's the dark web, the deep web, the wet web. The what? Don't worry about it.
Oh, don't worry. We'll definitely have, if this gets picked up for syndication, we're definitely going to have an episode centered around the wet web.
Oh shit, you got a distributor?
The World Wet Web.
You guys, except for Daniel, we'll get to him, have been gathered together by Mr. Miller to go to New York, for the higher-ups have given him some indication that something suspicious is happening, and that he should investigate. You all are pretty sure you're going to have a great vacation in New York anyway. The train ride has been super nice. There's an engine at the front and the back of the train. Very pleasant. It's a little more high class than you all deserve, but, it's still, everything's going fairly well. Until in the middle of the dining car, while all of you are walking through it, a portal opens from the ceiling of the train, and Roland falls through.
Fuck?
Oh.
I didn't do that. Just throwing this out there. That wasn't me.
All right. At this point, I've fallen on my face and do not know where I am. I'm going to take a moment to gather my thoughts. You guys can do your things, but I'm going to think for a second.
Isabel slowly pulls out her phone, takes a not very stealthy picture, and uploads it to her Discord server with a bunch of question marks.
I draw my gun.
How exactly is Roland currently dressed?
Roland is wearing armor, like medieval armor. He has a big old sword on his back. He has a shield on his back as well. The way he was landing, his legs were kind of out. You think maybe he was riding on a horse when they grabbed him, and
the horse did not come with him.
The horse apparently did not come with him. And I say they, I don't know who they is. Roland very confused about what's going on. Jumps up after he's been laying on the ground and is looking around, confused. And while he does not recognize the gun that has been drawn on him, he does immediately pull out his sword. Not quite in a full fighting stance, but is sort of pointing it out and says, "What is happening here?" And then he seems to like put his hands to his mouth and says, "Why do I sound like this?"
That's not a question that I'm qualified to answer. But that sword.
Can I have it?
No.
That's not what I was gonna. That's not what I was gonna say.
This sword.
I already have one. It just looks similar to that.
There is no sword similar to Durandal. And I sort of caress my sword. This is blessed by Christ. This is for slaying heretics.
This guy's interesting.
Can we still say heretics? Is that PC?
It is at this point that you guys realize the dining car was full of people, and a lot of them are confused.
Oh, so me drawing a gun has not improved the situation.
Not in the slightest. At this point, a brusque, statuesque woman stands up and shouts, "Hey, everybody, stop!" And she draws a gun on you all.
Again, do not know what that is.
She's extremely well kept. She looks very serious. Literally all of her clothes are gray. You don't know how she pulled it off, but she pulled it off. And she reaches into her pocket and pulls out a badge. "Joanna J. Johnson, Railway Inspector. What the fuck is going on?"
So, I would like to try and use magic.
What'd you have in mind?
The effect that I'm aiming for is do one thing that is beyond human limitations. I would like to magically convince people that do the whole, there's nothing to see here, these are not the droids you're looking for type thing, on essentially the people in the car.
That shouldn't be too hard if everyone puts away their weapons.
The question is if Roland.
Well, do your roll and we'll see what happens.
Well, okay, I didn't miss. I only rolled a 7, so I get my effect and a glitch. You get to choose the glitch.
I'm going to say the effect is weakened.
That tracks.
Yeah, nobody's freaking out. Joanna is still suspicious of you. She's putting her gun away. She is willing to hear you out. And if something more pressing were to come up, she would drop it more or less. And now we start the internal countdown until something more pressing comes up. Oh, there it is. From behind her, all of a sudden, there's a loud clattering, some screaming, and someone tumbles into the dining car, dead.
We had nothing to do with that. Ah, shit, why did I say that?
Joanna immediately goes crowd control mode and has started encouraging everyone to go back to their cabins, go strap in, all that good stuff. Except for you guys, and she points at you.
What did I do?
When I see someone slain and they appear to be an innocent, I'm going to start shouting, "Out of the way! Out of the way!" and run towards where that body came from. I don't know if this is some foul Saracen magic that has taken me here or some other thing, but I am going to figure out what's going on and save people.
I turn to the group and I go, "I think we should follow this person."
You turn around, Isabel was already trying to leave with the rest of the civilians. And has the caught out look when you see her.
I do not know who they are or how they arrived, but it strikes me as an omen.
I need my sword. We were just coming to eat. I left it in the room.
Okay, go get your sword. The rest of us will follow him. You can come back.
Yeah, I'll be there. Tell Miss Grumpy with the gun that I'll be right back as well.
Actually, someone go with him. Buddy system.
Me? That's the opposite direction of the danger.
You think?
He'll probably need a second Gale will probably need a second person to hold the sword. I mean, come on.
Huh, what?
Or not Gale, wait, Onyx. Sorry, I was thinking of something. I got a Gale and Onyx.
Gale finally turns away from staring into the leaking black pits that are WoW's eyes. Is something happening?
Somebody died. You might want to go check it out over that way.
I guess.
So let's follow up with the people who followed Roland first, and Roland himself. In the next car over, the one they stumbled out of, there is one open door immediately before the entrance to the dining cart. So it stands to reason that they came out of there.
Is there anything here? Any beasts?
Yeah, the room is fucking trashed.
Define trashed.
Burn marks all over the walls. Weird fucking colors on the ground that don't look like they belong there. Just stained into the carpet.
Can I investigate a mystery?
Go right ahead.
So I roll 2d6 and add my sharp, correct?
Yes.
That makes that a 13. You guys, I rolled well.
Nice.
Dang.
Hell yeah.
All right, damn. Ask away.
Would you like me to read off the options?
Oh, that'd be lovely.
All right, so your options are: what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed?
Well, Gale, being the pararomantic, wants to know what sort of creature it is, and is it hot?
That's not one of the options.
Now, because of the limited amount of information that is in the room, I can only give you an imprecise picture on that one, but definitely it's something that has both something sharp and some control over fire. You can tell that much just by the state of the room.
Well, whatever did this, it looks like it's a sharp dresser, and it's kind of hot.
You know, I can't help but admire the logic, you know?
You do have a second question.
Oh, well, what happened here?
What happened here? Oh, there was
That's probably useful for us.
Yeah, there was a nasty-ass fight. Like, whatever happened in here, I don't think it was expecting the dead guy to fight back, and it got real dicey real fast. That said, it's very clear that whatever it was, it won pretty handily.
Yeah.
So something came into this room and killed that guy.
I relate this information.
Do we see anything that indicates that the creature was injured, like blood that is not human or something of that nature?
Well, there are those weird splotches on the ground.
For the record, I want to note, well, you guys are all thinking about this a little bit. Roland, as the adrenaline is starting to wear off, is looking out the window of the train and has now kind of collapsed on a chair as he's looking out the window of the train and seeing everything pass by very, very quickly.
Fair and understandable. Yeah.
Am I inside the monster? Have we been consumed?
Y'all are just gonna ignore him, huh?
I think I'm gonna approach him and go, where exactly are you from?
I am a servant of Charlemagne. I'm from all over the place. I should be in...
Did he just say he's in Charlemagne? I love that band.
You're probably not helping him.
I would have been in France, which, like, in the way he is saying it, he feels weird saying it because that's not what he would have called it. But again, whatever is happening, it is changing his language.
Someone has given him an auto-translator on this one. Yeah.
That's handy.
It seems as though you are in a different realm now than you once were. It happens to all of us.
Does it?
Well, it happens to some of us. The rules here may be different from what you are used to.
I'm going to start praying.
No need for that. I'm right here.
I'm going to ignore that blasphemy for right now and try to pray while you guys continue to investigate.
All right. Well, he's preoccupied. Let us continue.
Gale is struck by a strange sense of familiarity looking at Roland.
I wanted to ask, I have the trait confused, mark experience when your bafflement with the modern world gets in the way of monster hunting.
Yeah, if you spend the next portion of the investigation praying, I'll let you mark experience for that.
Yes, I am deep in, I'm going to be praying and not being able to help, despite the fact I might know what this is. I've hunted monsters before, but not on a train.
Nope.
Yeah, usually you're stationary.
Yeah.
So let's briefly check back with the people who went to get the sword. There is rapidly chaos becoming apparent in the train. Some people are scrambling for their rooms, others are just trying to get as far back as possible. The railway inspector, Miss Johnson, she is desperately trying to keep some semblance of order, and it is almost working. In any event, the way to your room is not that blocked. You could get through it.
Onyx is making a beeline for their sword because, they want to know what's going on, but, they want to be prepared.
Yeah.
And Isabella's right behind. She's got, like, her laptop, like, clutched to her chest, like, sort of trying her best to push through the crowd, but is probably not having as much easy success as Onyx is.
Yeah, you bump into several people. There's this lady in a tie-dye hoodie with a pretty nondescript face. Another woman who is wearing a MAGA hat. Some frumpy-looking dudes. This one really small child who is with her parents, I should specify. People. Just a lot of people on this train.
Right.
Thankfully, you managed to get through fairly easily, and in the room, your sword has been taken out of the case you were holding it in. It is currently on the floor.
Okay. Is there anything else in the room?
No. Your sword was the only thing touched.
Well, no need to look deeper into this. Let's go. We got the sword. We're good.
I am going to investigate a mystery.
Wise.
Go, Gadget. Good roll. That's an 8.
All right.
So the obvious question is, what happened here?
Someone tried to steal your sword, but for some reason could not go through with it or did not go through with it.
Well, that's just rude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go pick up the sword.
I mean, it's kind of not rude if they left it,
But
It's almost rude.
they tried in the first place. What did I ever do to them?
Fair.
I mean, granted, it is a cool sword.
I feel like it would not be rude if they put it back where it was. But because they just dropped it, it's rude.
Does your sword have a
Exactly.
cool name? My sword has a cool name. It's called Durandal.
Mine is just known as the Black Blade. Although, it does look strikingly like Durandal.
Nah, well, that doesn't seem to make any
weird.
sense.
But so that's all we can tell from the room is someone tried
Yeah.
to steal the sword?
Okay, we got what we came for. And Onyx pulls the sheath out of the case as well, because I'm assuming it was just the sword that was pulled out, and they're
Yes.
going to sheath the sword and kind of tie the belt around their waist. It does look a little bit longer than it should, but they seem to manage okay.
Okay.
And yeah, they make their way back.
As we start to leave the car, I think Isabel stops me and is like, hey, so, because Nathan, you said that, like, there's the crowd of people who have been, like, evacuated into, like, this other intervening car, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I think Isabel's like, hey, why don't you run on ahead, and actually I'll, hang back and interview these people to see if maybe they have any, helpful information. And I was like, out of kayfabe, there's a move I want to use, but I think in kayfabe, she's very transparently trying to hang out away from the danger.
You know they're going to question me as to where you are again, right?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure you'll come up with something. You usually do. Flashbacks to, like, some bullshit Isabel didn't show up to a hunt.
The last time I had to sit and be lectured for an hour. I don't want to live through that again.
Well, I was still able to help. You just had to message me what you were seeing, and I talked to my friends and messaged you back, within 30 minutes? I was plenty of help.
Says you.
For the record, that is not the ease of which you remember that hunt.
I am preparing my hour-long lecture.
Excellent.
Like, come on, listen, look, someone here might have seen something maybe that they didn't realize would be dangerous, but maybe we can put something together. Like, please, listen.
Isabel, the evidence is that way.
But
You
there
know
could
that.
be evidence this way. Out of kayfabe, the move I'm trying to use is people understand you've also known strangeness. Bystanders will talk to you about weird things they would not trust another hunter or official to believe. That's why I want to interview people in this car. Out of kayfabe, that's what I'm not just trying to stand here for no reason.
No, I get it. Fine. Look, I'm gonna check out the body. I'll delay a little bit. Try to get there before I reach the rest of them. Again.
I mean,
I don't want to get lectured for an hour because of you again.
Fine, I promise. And hey, if anything does happen, I have this. And I think she pulls out her pistol, sees J. Joanna Jameson again, and then, or was that her name? J. Joanna what?
Joanna J. Johnson.
Joanna J. Johnson. Sorry, I was thinking of Spider-Man guy. Sees Joanna J. Johnson, look at her, and then, like, slowly puts her pistol back in her jacket.
Yeah, she's definitely giving you an eye on this one.
Yeah, I'll be there as soon as I can. Let me just see what these people might know.
Fine. And Onyx is gonna rush back to the corpse as their next stop.
We'll follow up with Onyx. That way I get more time to think of what NPCs should say.
That's fair. Okay, so there are 2 ways I can approach this. I'm going to try and use magic this time. I'm going to go with the do one thing that is beyond human limitations again. I want to talk to the ghost of the dead guy.
You're gonna need help for something like that. At least one other person needs to be helping you for a spell like that.
Do they have to be knowledgeable about magic?
Like, only in the vaguest of terms. Any of the other hunters would do.
So it's at this point that Onyx is going to pull out their cell phone and call up Mr. Miller.
And I think Miller is still getting used to the idea of a cell phone.
My question here, I'm sorry for jumping in. Did Mr. Miller set a custom ringtone?
I think that Isabel did for him and didn't tell him.
Nice.
Because of course he didn't password protect his phone.
Of course not. So I think it's probably Toxic by Britney Spears.
That's probably my nephew calling.
It takes him a while to figure out how to answer, and then eventually he does.
Hey, Mr. Miller.
Yes.
I'm gonna need one of you back here. I need to talk to a ghost. And I'm gonna need some hands.
You need someone to help you talk to a ghost.
Yeah, don't think too hard on it. I mean, it could lead us to getting some information here.
I should say the best place to do this would be near the body.
And, I'm back at the corpse right now.
Huh. Nice jump cut.
I'm going to just point to Gale. I'm volunteering Gale.
Okay.
Points at Gale. You stay here, sends Roland.
We need another person to communicate with a spirit. I think you are the most qualified.
Ghosts are so boring.
They are marginally more interesting than the living.
Well, when you're talking about my nephew, certainly. Don't tell him I said that.
Is Gale whining again?
Am I on speaker?
No, you were just very loud.
Fine, I'll go. Gale makes their way to the car with the corpse.
It's very close, so...
Yeah.
Before we continue, something that I probably should have done earlier, I do have a move called Boss from Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of each mystery, I'm supposed to roll weird. On 10 plus, my superiors ask me to do something simple. On a 9-7, they ask me to do something complicated or difficult. And on lower, it gets worse. I'm going to do that right now, if that's all right.
Yeah.
So the bad news is I did get a 6.
There is no good news.
Yeah. On a miss, you're required to do something terrible. If you do not accomplish what they've ordered, you cannot use this move again until you've made up for your failure.
Something terrible, huh?
Yeah.
You were given one just 2 words. 2 words flash in your mind. Condemn them.
Huh?
That is extremely unhelpful instructions. Very par for the course.
I think you'll figure it out sooner or later.
Oh, God.
Huh. Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, great.
So, why don't we hop back to Theo for the moment?
Sure.
There's getting to be some semblance of calm. Not so much calm as in everybody's gone from screaming to tense.
That makes sense.
It's a pin drop situation, you know?
Right, yeah.
you
can
can hear
remind me-
everyone's heartbeat.
Yeah, remind me who all civilians are here. There's the small child, MAGA hat lady. Who else?
A woman with a generic face and a tie-dye shirt. There's a very grumpy-looking man. Joanna is also there, doing her best to keep everyone calm. Those are the only people who stick out to you.
Okay. Joanna probably doesn't know any more than we do. Or at least I would guess she doesn't. I can interview her later. I think Isabel looks at the situation. I think she's going to start with a tie-dye shirt lady just because she is probably going to be the most pleasant to deal with out of the lot.
You know, that's a very fair assessment. How do you go up to her?
Hi, hello. And then after a second, sticks out her hand for a handshake.
Hi, she says, shaking your hand.
Hello, so, I'm a... glances at Joanna, sees if she's in hearing range, glances back. A railway inspector. And I need to know if you saw anything weird before that body showed up.
A guy fell out of a portal, anything like that.
Well, I wasn't in the dining car. I just heard all the screaming. I've been trying to paint in my room like this whole time, and then I heard the screaming and I came outside and suddenly all this was happening. It's a mess.
What is this woman's name?
Gotcha. What was your name, by the way?
Yuri Lorraine.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Helen.
Yeah, I considered it. I did.
Okay, so she's saying she's just been painting this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, then next I think I'm going to analyzing options. Grumpy looking man is probably my next best bet. I introduced myself to him in a very similar manner.
Well, I know for a fact that's bullshit.
Yeah, so did you see anything weird before that body showed up?
You mean the fucking guy who dropped from the ceiling? Not really.
I mean the dead body.
Nah. I was in the car ahead of it. I came back to have a look at it, and, that's when Joanna pulled me here. I should be at the front of the train. It now occurs to you that this guy is the fucking conductor.
In the car ahead of the dead body is the conductor. Wait, so... Okay, so you're the conductor. Are you able to get in touch with the engineer or anyone else on the train?
The engineer's the guy who died.
Oh, shit. Did we know that already?
No,
Nope.
You did not.
Okay. Engineer was the guy who died. Yeah, I think she's been typing these notes into her laptop, and then she types the phrase, engineer dead, stops, and, eyes slowly widen as she realizes what that means. That there's no one driving the train.
Train only goes in one direction. It's fine, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure it's fine. Trains don't even need people piloting them. There's never been an accident with a train.
Yeah.
You don't need to coordinate with stations.
So safe.
Yeah, I think after that, I think she'll next interview the small child with its parents, and once again try to give the same introduction, but seems really shell-shocked doing so.
Hi, I'm Jenny. These are my parents. Jenny's parents say hi. They somewhat believe you're actually a railway conductor, but at the moment you're helping calm their daughter, so they'll take the win.
Right. So, Jenny, did you or your parents see anything before the, She thinks of how to phrase this, because she doesn't know if the child has realized exactly what's happened. And so she lands with, before everything.
Well, I was eating my mac and cheese.
Of course.
And
So delicious.
then a guy fell from the ceiling.
Right,
and then
yes,
another
that
guy fell from the she's having a hard time putting the words, but you know what she means. She's talking about the dead body.
Right. Yeah, don't worry. Everyone's fine. No one's dead. We're all okay. I'm just, as a railway inspector, I'm just seeing all what may have happened. You're sure you didn't see anything else, sweetie? Nothing else at all that was weird on the train?
If he's still alive, you should help him. He dropped something under a table when he was falling.
Roland or the dude who died?
The dead guy. Wait, you said...
It just cuts to me, sitting with my arms crossed, staring at the MAGA hat lady. And I'm just like, did you see anything weird before the dead guy dropped in?
She's unusually cheery about this whole thing. She's like, well, not really. Just kind of saw, Southern accents are fucking hard.
Savannah, Georgia.
doing a MAGA hat lady with that one. Actually, you know what? It's funnier. Actually, now that I say that, it is funnier. She really sounds like that. I come from Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, I'm Lucille. I come from Savannah, Georgia. I was minding my own business when that weird-looking guy fell from the ceiling, and then that other guy fell from the car in front of it, and then I saw, while everybody was running around, I thought I saw somebody poke their head out of their room, and somebody else come from the front. Context clues tell you that that is Yuri and the train conductor, respectively.
And there's nothing else strange you saw?
I'm not sure. I could have sworn I saw something colorful from the direction that the dead guy came in, but it was gone, just like that. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, that's all the civilians. Would you say that Joanna counts as a bystander for me to talk to, or is she too deep in this? Because my move specifically says bystanders.
She does count as a bystander by the definition of the game rules. So, yeah, you can talk to her.
Gotcha. I sort of roll up to her, like, hi, so people seem to have seen a few things. Just so we can share some information, did you see anything weird before all of the weirdness started happening?
No. Everything was going pretty normally until your friend dropped from the fucking ceiling.
Oh, he's not our friend, especially not if he did anything illegal. We're not accomplices.
Okay.
On that note, by the way, I think there might be someone going around saying that they're a railway inspector, but they're not. So if anyone mentions that, that's what that is. Yeah, it's a weird, but really weird. Don't know why anyone would go around saying that. Nothing else you've seen? Maybe? Like anything else that might be helpful?
No, nothing I can think of. Right now, until all of this is figured out, I'm gonna take these, and she holds up her keys, and I'm gonna just start locking people in their rooms to keep them safe. Probably gonna lock the back engine room and the front room as well once I take the conductor back up there.
I mean, hey, fair enough. And I think while she's talking, she's once again, like, opened her laptop, and I think she's sending... Because in backstory, the only person we've established that I'm friends with... Actually, no, I'm friends with both Onyx and Gale via Discord and the internet. I think I am messaging them in our group chat all of the information I have so far.
Which you guys receive as you gather near the dead body.
Yeah, I think first message is dead is in all lowercase. Dead guy was the engineer. Then immediately a second message, asterisk, all caps. Dead guy was the engineer. I think that's basically all I do with that move then, because yeah, it's just I get that information. The move doesn't do anything else with it.
Onyx is gonna look at the messages and be like, "Well, that's thing."
Did your little friend text you too?
Yeah. We're gonna need to talk to this guy. I'm gonna need your hands with that.
Okay.
Has anybody actually looked at the dead body yet?
Nah.
I was too focused on Roland.
I was too focused on WoWs.
I'm kind of like looking at it as I'm doing this.
Fair enough.
So what is the condition of the dead body?
There are no obvious wounds on his back, but as you turn him over, his face is obviously one of clear terror, and you see why he had been clutching at his throat before he stumbled in. His neck has been slit very brutally, but there is no blood. The wound appears to be cauterized.
Wow, this guy made somebody grumpy.
No fucking kidding.
Well, let's see what he has to say for himself.
Yeah, let's do the ghost thing or whatever. Am I rolling here as well? I imagine this is big magic.
No, I'd say this is standard magic. That said, you can roll a help out if you'd like. You are in an explicit position to do that. 2d6 plus cool.
Excellent. I'm kind of cool. That's a 9 on my end.
So you grant Damien a +1, but you also expose yourself to trouble or danger. Newsflash, this whole situation is dangerous.
Yeah,
Gale's all about exposing himself.
So true.
Yeah. Well, that brings it to an 8.
Respectable.
Yeah. So there's a glitch.
It hurts. Like, there's a chill in the air. Sometimes ghosts that, like, had particularly violent deaths still struggle when you call them up. You take a 1 harm, ignore armor. Both of you do.
Ow! Oh, I hate when it hurts like this. Okay.
Gale still looks bored.
Of course he does.
What What killed you?
He's breathing very hard. It hasn't quite clicked with him that he doesn't have to do that anymore. He says, I don't know. I was just taking my break when I think something on the wall behind me moved, and suddenly I was pushed back and I was fighting. I didn't get a clear look at whatever it was. I remember it being bright. There was light and there was color. I don't know. I don't know what killed me, but it burned. When they cut me, it burned.
Also, why is my throat whistling? Oh my god!
He's kind of put that together by now.
It burned when they cut you.
Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it.
So it's something with bright colors. Like those are the three things that have kept coming up. Is something with sharpness, something with fire or heat, and something with bright colors. Like not just a bright light, but bright colors is interesting.
Yeah, like a color out of space, maybe. I think Roland is recovering maybe a little bit at this point. If that's okay. I want to make sure that I've done enough praying to get my experience point.
You've sat out a good portion of this, so I'll give it to you, yeah. Thanks for making it through this far. Just a word of warning, Nathan's audio, as in mine, is about to get a little rougher because recording is a finicky beast. Still, it's perfectly listenable, we just wanted to give you a heads up. Greetings, boils, ghouls, and non-boonaries all. Yes, I do hate myself for borrowing Daniel's signature bad pun, but that's beside the point. Right now, it's pilot season here at Daniel's Dread Tales, meaning that we're doing a series of one-shots that could easily be launched into longer campaigns. There's nothing spookier than an unfinished story after all, so join us at our Discord where we'll be launching votes on which pilots we pick up for syndication, so to speak. The link for our Discord is in the description, and we'd love to have you.
I think I'm going to come over. Is the body itself speaking, or is it like a ghost near the body? How is this working? What am I seeing as I approach?
It's a ghostly apparition rising from the body.
All right.
So, you don't know who killed you.
No.
Have you had any dealings with the supernatural?
No, I've never. I've just been I'm a fucking engineering student. I didn't think something like this. This is insane.
Oh, wow. You went from 0 to 2 in one day.
I have a girlfriend back home. Oh, God.
Not anymore.
Gail's like, so now she's single, you're saying?
Oh, my God.
Now, she probably doesn't have enough tentacles for Gail.
You know, you're right.
I'm not into normies.
This person has suffered, and you've brought them back past the veil of tears. Let them rest.
Yeah, they don't have anything more to say. Onyx stands up, draws the sword now at their hip, and kind of touches the head of this, like, ghostly apparition to dismiss it.
It dissolves like tears in the rain.
What strange alchemy you seem to possess.
Assuming I know something fell under the table, I would like to check that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, we should follow up on
Yeah,
that.
because we got that information.
It's the engineer's keys.
I jingle them.
He was clutching them. They're normal-ass keys, but they can get you anywhere in the train. He was clearly clutching them to his last moment.
Hey guys, look what I found.
Hold up, let me see something. Tries to unlock the vending machine. It works. Perfect.
You now have access to snacks. Congrats.
Excellent.
So if there's not something else that someone else wants to do right now, before we move up further in the train, could we say that the information that y'all have has been shared back to me by this point? Because
Yeah,
if
that's
so,
fair.
then I would like to invoke network. And now it doesn't make me roll, so Nathan, I'll let you decide how mechanically this ends up either benefiting us now or later. I kind of alluded to this before. I've got a move that gives me a ally group of others who've had experiences similar to my first encounter. So in this case, fellow people who've had weird paranormal experiences, especially on the internet. And so in this case, we've decided it is a Discord server called The Darkness, but with threes instead of E's and a 4 instead of an A. And my friends in here that I want to like start feeding them this information to see if they can chime in. I've got XXX Game Slaver XXX, who is our resident gamer and lost media expert. Jeba, our empath. The real Gendo Akari, who is a mastermind who can correlate seemingly unrelated pieces of info. Devilicious667, the demonology expert. And Jeff, the normal one. And I'm just going to send all this information into the Discord server and see if now or later any of them, like, can tell if this means anything.
Jeff is the first person to get back to you.
Of course.
Yeah, he just types out, "Hey, you said that the cuts were cauterized?
Yes.
Don't you know a guy who can do that?"
What the fuck are you talking about?
You do know a guy who can do that. That's how Mr. Miller's gun works, right?
Yes, it's a holy firearm. It's a lighter, and it works like a flaming sword.
Okay, I think in that case I had forgotten that detail. So I think what happens is Jeff says that, and we see the Discord channel, and it's like, "Who do you mean?" "Oh, never mind." And then immediately the others just start roasting me. Like Gendo Akari jumps in like forehead. Game Slaver's like, "Embarrassing. It couldn't be me."
I want to, if anybody has a moment, I know you guys are busy, Russell's Gale. I really want you to start explaining what the fuck is going on. Lady Gale, was it?
They, them, but yes, Gail's my name. I'm Onyx's Nini.
I do not understand your words. I apologize for not recognizing your gender, though. I don't understand.
It's okay, it just means it's working.
What? Where? Could you just answer one question for me? Where are we? What land?
Train. Next.
Train. Okay.
So that's the vehicle we're on. We're in a vehicle right now called a train.
This is...
Yes.
So, no.
Wait, where are you from?
I'm from France.
Ooh, French.
Are we no longer in France? We do not appear to be in France.
No, French is over there somewhere. France. France.
And you say we are in a train, like a train of, like a merchant? Are we transporting goods? And what is pulling this train?
I think we're transporting people, and what's pulling the train is more train, actually.
That does track.
Wait, are the goods being transported humans?
Oh, no, we're not selling people, it's a passenger train.
Good.
It just moves people from one place to another. Right now we're heading to New York, I think Mr. Miller said?
Yeah, New York.
They made another York?
I don't think you would know about York. Is the thing. I don't think you would even know. And do you know about, because I've never heard of York or New York, what distant land are we in? Are we in a distant land?
No, we're here in America. It's right here. It's everywhere.
You know, I think that's why most people don't like us in other countries, Gale.
Other countries? Don't be silly, Onyx.
I was hoping that I would understand things more after this conversation.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
And your name is... I'm sorry, your name is Onyx?
Yes.
That is not being judgmental.
Sounds like you're being judgmental.
I try to keep a mind open. There are a lot of terrible things in Christendom and beyond that threaten the souls of the innocent. If you are willing to defend the innocent, we are aligned.
Wow, you're so intense.
I merely stand for what I believe in. And I'm also starting to look around, and I'm seeing... Wait a minute. Are any of you... Are you followers of Christ?
Oh, no. No.
Oh.
No, Christ wouldn't really like my boyfriend, so we steer clear.
Christ is accepting of all.
Oh, you haven't met my boyfriend.
I suppose I have not met your beloved. Now, okay. I know not why I am here, but something horrible has happened that has killed this man.
Yeah.
Maybe that is why I'm here, to stop the beast that has done this. Do we know what it is? You spoke of claws and colors. Is that some local beast in America?
What do you mean by beast?
Creature, monster, devil, demon. The thing that tore this man apart. Or, well, tore his throat.
Well, I'm still kind of new at this. The only creatures I know about are like Mr. Miller and Wows.
Mr. Miller is a creature?
A little bit.
I am going to go this way, and I'm going to slay any colorful creatures that appear.
Runs into Yuri Lorraine. Demon!
Her shirt is really loud.
Yeah.
I stand up, and I begin to clunk through this train in my armor with my big-ass sword and shield and crossbow.
I'll come with.
Toward the front or toward the back?
I was going to go to the front of the train, because I know that some of you guys already went towards the back. So, also, if the creature threw the body towards the back of the train, and I did not see the creature, then it must mean that the creature went towards the front of the train, right?
Logic would dictate.
Yeah, that follows.
I mean, unless it teleports or whatever, there are many reasons that could not be true, but that is my conclusion that I have drawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our current best bet is that it's forward.
Well, I will lead the way. Get behind me.
I mean, he is the one wearing all the armor.
Can't complain about the view.
Yes.
I think as Roland starts to roll out, I think that's when Isabel would catch up from the back, like after like typing back and forth on her computer. I think she runs in, even though it's not very long. I think she is out of breath because she did sprint and is not in very good shape. And I think she points at Mr. Miller and is like, "You know what kind of weapon can do this, right?"
Are you referring to a holy sword of some kind?
I mean, if that's... What is it? Because it cut... Oh, God, I need to actually use that treadmill. But it keeps getting in... I keep trying to download torrented files on it, and it keeps getting possessed. But, yeah. Cauterized and cut, same time. You know something that can do that.
You do.
Yes.
What?
That
like,
is-
and how would it show up here? What would you... Fill us in, champ.
If I may provide you with this information, Isaiah, since you wouldn't
Yeah,
know
please
it.
do.
Each holy sword tends to be... When they are in other realms, they are far more uniform, but when they manifest on the mortal plane, they all come out as unique. Because you're a government suit type, yours looks like a gun when it's not in use, or a cigarette lighter that's shaped like a gun.
gun-shaped cigarette lighter, yeah.
Exactly. But for other beings such as yourself, whether they be angels or demons, it would take different forms, but it would be small when it's not in use.
So demons could also have access to this like weapon.
Yes, the wounds would be nearly identical.
Okay.
Flaming swords are not a unique thing to heaven, but yeah.
So, Mr. Miller,
Yes.
in that case, do your higher ups regularly send assassins?
They do not.
It is not typically required for them to interfere so directly, except through, I suppose, people in my position.
This guy was ambushed from behind when he went into that room.
And he said he was up against a wall. You want to take another quick glance at the room?
I think Mr. Miller has been looking at the room the whole time, like they've been talking to the dead body.
The wall behind the seat has a painting on it.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Would have loved if Nathan had asked us to want to look around the room, and I was like, cool, there's nothing there. I lied.
Is there anything interesting about the painting? Like, is it from the Baroque period, for example?
No, it appears to just be a regular painting. You know those paintings that look like classical paintings that you see in hotel lobbies or something?
Yeah.
It's that. It's
like
that.
a generic landscape, sort of?
Generic landscape, yeah.
Is there anything like a skeleton on a hill in the landscape or something?
No. But for a split second, you swear you just saw something move in it.
Oh, fuck.
Now, this might be a stretch, but paintings often have signatures on the backside of them for the artist, which would require me to remove the painting from the frame to investigate. I would like to check if it's got a signature.
It does not.
Damn.
I don't have a torch with me. And in fact, I'm wondering how about some of the lights that are in here, though the lights from outside are lighting us up. We need to light this on fire. We need to burn this.
I take out my holy firearm. I suppose the train will not miss this on the off chance that this ends up being unimportant to our investigation. And I'm going to try to light it on fire.
It burns, as any normal painting would. And it's at that moment that Joanna and the train conductor walk by and go, "What the fuck are y'all doing?"
Nothing illicit.
We are investigating.
By burning one of the train's decorations?
That's how you do it.
What's special about this one?
How long, well, I suppose you can't examine it now, but how recently had that decoration been placed on the train wall?
Oh, it's been there forever. As far as I can remember, just like every other painting in the train. We have one in like every room.
Fuck.
Okay, Roland doesn't know this, but this is either the fanciest train ever, or people, but like, trains don't have paintings all over the place, do they? Are these paintings messing with people's memories to make them think that the paintings were there the whole time?
I said it was a semi-classy train,
Okay.
so they're not like good paintings.
Okay.
They're there to hide spots on the wall, pretty much.
Okay.
I like that.
So, are there other rooms in this car?
Yeah, several.
Onyx is gonna pick the one that's like across the hall from this room. I'm assuming there's a painting in that room.
There is, yeah.
Is it
No
the
movement,
same?
though.
Is it the same painting?
No. Different painting, no movement.
Burn it anyway.
Well, if y'all are gonna be just weird about this, I'm gonna take the conductor to the front and be on my way, she says,
I will accompany
escorting
you.
him to the front. Okay.
Did you, John, did you already lock everyone in their rooms?
Yeah? Why?
No reason. Whispers to the others. We might want to follow up on that.
I'm sure there were empty rooms. Did you lock those as well?
No. I didn't see a
Like-
reason to.
Our rooms, for instance.
Oh, your rooms?
They would be presently unoccupied.
Yes. I did not lock those.
Okay. He's like trying to figure out if he should ask her to lock them or if he should just leave her to take the conductor.
She starts to leave, and you're like, wait, I'm still deciding.
She starts to leave.
I go with them.
Smart.
Yeah, I'll follow along.
Okay.
Who just said that? Damien, gotcha. I don't have y'all's voices distinguished yet. I apologize.
Sorry, no worries.
That's okay, Nathan.
I think actually as Onyx starts to leave, I think Isabel puts a hand on your shoulder and is like, we should probably follow up about the painting lady, yeah?
Actually, that might be a good idea. You guys go on ahead. We're gonna check up on something. We'll be right there.
I'm gonna go check on Wiles, see how he's doing.
Yeah, I'd love to know about this
Well, right now he's eating the dead body.
guy.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's fair.
No, drop it.
I think if everybody's going in different directions, I'm gonna also follow the conductor.
We have cell phones. We can get in touch with one another.
No, I do not.
Oh, except for Roland.
But he's with people who do. For now, we'll follow up with the people going to the back of the train. As she said, all of the rooms are locked tight, though there is a window in most of the doors so you can see into them. Mostly it's people huddled or scared or trying to take their mind off of it with video games or their computer or whatever. When you finally get to the room that you identify as Yuri's room because Yuri is in it, you see her sitting down with an easel and a paintbrush.
So can we see what she's painting, or is like the back of the easel facing the door?
Her back is facing the door, so she doesn't know you're there.
Okay, can we see any of what's being painted, or is it like pretty much completely blocked by her body?
It appears to be a landscape, but the colors are a hell of a lot brighter than the ones in the other room. She looks at it, kind of satisfied with it, and she stands up and grabs a small statue. And we're going to jump back to the front of the train real quick. What are you guys doing?
I'm making small talk with Roland as they move about. So, you are from another realm.
Yes.
Allow me to assist you in your transition to this realm by giving you the wisdom that I have had to learn the hard way. In this realm, people need oxygen to survive. This means that they must be constantly breathing. They never stop breathing.
I do not know what magic it is that lets me understand your words, but I think it might not be working. Obviously, you need to breathe. That's what people do all the time.
Oh, you are from a realm. You are from another mortal realm, then.
I am immortal. Yes.
My wisdom may be irrelevant to you then, as you may already know all of it. In that case, there may be nothing that I can tell you, though I will certainly answer any questions you have to the best of my ability.
I just believe that God has brought me here to slay this beast. And when I find the beast, I will slay it, and hopefully I will return to the battle that I was in.
That may very well be true. The higher-ups are not especially communicative to us in this plane.
Sure. Okay. Whatever. I don't understand your discussion of the higher-ups, but yes.
It's about by now that you arrive at the front of the train. She ushers the conductor in and is about to lock him in there by himself.
Nothing can go wrong with this.
Do any of you stop her or join him or check out the inside of the room a bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. May I examine this place before you lock it up?
Sure. Go ahead. What accent am I going for? She lets you step in with the conductor. She's got her eyes on you and her hands on her gun. So
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That's fair, given the shit I've done in front of her.
Mhm.
Is there anything interesting about this place beyond the technical marvel of a conductor room?
It's pretty standard for what you know of them, which probably isn't a lot for Mr. Miller, but like when you see the controls and everything it should have, and there's a small desk to the side. Nothing too interesting on it, just some files, some paperwork held down by a rock because trains get bumpy. A small photograph of a smiling family and a tiny decorative statue.
Is there any painting here?
None.
All right. Mr. Conductor, how did you get from here to the car we found you in?
I walked
And why?
because I heard screaming.
And you walked in response to the screaming.
Yes. I mean, I guess I ran.
All right.
What are you getting at
Changing
here?
your story.
Merely curious that you would leave this room unattended. That's all.
Well, I locked it behind me. And he holds up his own set of keys.
There are now 3 keys in play.
There's not a painting in that compartment. Did we already check that?
Yeah,
No
there's
painting.
no painting here.
There is a statue.
There is a statue.
Oh no.
With that, we can hop back to our people in the back of the train real quick. Assuming you do nothing to interrupt, you see Yuri pick up a small statue that she had been clearly working on. She flicks her wrist, and her paintbrush turns into a chisel.
That's
this-
not normal.
No, that is not normal. I have an idea for something to do, but Isabel, it might be smarter for you to attempt something first, because what I'm thinking of attempting is probably not going to be very smart.
What are you thinking of attempting?
Well, I'm going to use some magic, and it's the magic that I'm supposedly good at.
What the fuck does that mean?
I may or may not summon a monster into the world.
Yeah, that's probably not the best idea right now. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any character-specific moves that'll help here. But I'm wondering... Nathan, would you say read a bad situation applies here? Or maybe investigate a mystery? Like, I feel like... I don't think Isabel has the panache to, like, just immediately kick in the door and, like, put your hands behind your head!
I think read a bad situation is fair.
Okay, I swear I'm not cheating this. Google gave me a 6 and a 6.
Nice.
Plus 2, that's a 14, which I know I don't have the advanced version of that move, so it doesn't give me anything extra. But let the record show that I got a 14 fucking on this.
Nice.
So I hold 3. I get to ask from the following list: what's my best way in, best way out, any dangers we haven't noticed, what's the biggest threat, what's most vulnerable to me, and what's the best way to protect the victims. I guess, I mean, it's kind of obvious what the biggest threat here is, so I guess, are there any dangers we haven't noticed, which I would like to if the GM will be merciful, have interpreted as, are there any details about this obvious danger that we haven't noticed?
No. At the moment, you still see her sitting down and placidly chipping away at the statue.
Gotcha. So there's not anything... So we know
She's
the
clearly
information we
getting
have.
ready for something, but what is not entirely clear.
Gotcha. So I have 2 more. What's the best way to protect the victims?
Ooh.
I mean, if you'd like to think about that, I can just go ahead and burn my 3rd, which in this case I think would be, what's my best way in?
These doors are cheap as fuck. Kick them down.
Alright,
Don't
so
you guys have the keys?
I don't think we stopped to ask for them, did we?
Who took them?
Gail's got the keys.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, the keys would be the best way in, but failing the keys, you could take the door down with 1-2 good kicks.
Okay, that's useful information. Then yeah, I guess still the 3rd question is, what's the best way to protect the victims?
You should probably stop her from doing whatever she's doing with that statue.
Onyx, can you kick a door in?
Well, here, let me try something. Onyx pulls out their sword, holds it in front of them, and mumbles a few words in some really weird esoteric language, and attempts to summon some fairies with the intent of them stealing the statuette right out of her hand. So I got a 6.
Okay.
That's a miss.
Mark experience.
I'm okay with this outcome because one of my moves could have been worse. When I miss a use magic roll, I can choose one of the following options instead of losing control of the magic. I can have it fizzle. Preparation and materials for the spell are ruined. You'll have to start over from scratch with the prep time doubled. That option kind of sucks.
Yes, it does.
The more fun option, and the one that I'm going to be taking here, is the effect happened, but you trigger all of the listed glitches but one. I get to pick. So I am going to avoid taking the harm. However, the spell effect is weakened. It's a short duration. The magic draws immediate, unwelcome attention and has a problematic side effect.
Great.
A group of fairies, I'm going to say probably unseelie fae, so the more malicious fairy, came out and snatched the statuette right out of her hand. But they are all contained in that room currently. Maybe.
But it is at this point that Yuri looks up and is like, what the? And she sees you guys and is like, hi?
Sees us in the window and we immediately hide.
Okay, well, change of plans, moving the schedule up, she says to herself. She flicks her wrist and her chisel turns back into a brush, and then she dives into the painting.
Oh, shit.
You can see her form moving across it and moves off of the side of the painting and vanishes.
Galen Miller, you are immediately getting group chat updates reading. It has misspelled. Yelking through the paintings. Asterisk walking. Oh, did she take? She didn't take the statue with her, right? We did successfully.
She did not. The statue is currently being thrown around by a bunch of very asshole fairies.
They're just playing catch with each other.
You see them cast some kind of spell before they vanish, but it wasn't clear what they did.
Oh, good. I'm sure only good things can come from this.
Also, the train is now getting faster, so it's a little clear what the magic did.
Oh, no.
Somebody in the engine car will deal with that.
Did they take the statue with them?
The statue drops and shatters against the ground.
Okay. And here in the conductor room, the train getting faster would be something that we could immediately react to, yeah?
Yes. Immediately, the conductor takes hold of the controls. He's not entirely sure what's going on, but he thinks he can counteract this. But then Yuri pops out of the room that was right behind Joanna and touches her shoulder.
Oh, no.
And this is back near the front of the train? Where is Joanna?
With you at the front of the train.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
She was watching all of you as you were investigating the room, but she was outside of the room itself because she was going to lock it, and there was a door behind her, which Yuri steps out of and touches her shoulder, and Joanna begins to scream.
Oh.
All right. I rush out with my holy firearm drawn.
I've got my sword out.
All right. Clearly she is putting Joanna in agonizing pain. I'm going to let you guys take the first move on this. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna kick some ass.
As am I.
All right, kick that ass.
Roll plus tough. I rolled a 12 plus 2 is 14.
I got a 10.
Well, okay then.
It's no 14, but 10's pretty good.
Yeah, you both fully succeed.
Fucking kill team right here.
I'm gonna choose force them where I want them, which is separated from their hostage. And I'm between them and the painting.
Okay.
Are we going to be suffering damage from this as well? Because that's usually how these systems work, right?
If you choose not to protect yourself, yeah, you will.
I'm fine with that, though. But yeah.
Okay. What effect are you putting on, Dan?
I am going to... Look, I don't mess around. I'm going to inflict terrible harm. So my big sword already does 3 harm. It's messy and heavy, so it's going to do 4 harm.
My firearm does 3 harm as well.
Well, you both can tell that clearly your weapons are powerful, but each of them is weakened significantly against Yuri for some reason. But she is knocked away from the hostage and stumbles back into the hall, where she says, "Oh, I didn't have to put up with any of this. Come on. You wouldn't hurt an old friend like that, would you, Millie?"
Hold on a second.
I don't think...
Wait.
I think you might be misinformed, because my sword has saints. It's blessed by saints. So clearly it can defeat any enemy. So I think you need to read that again and tell me that it killed them, right? That's how that works.
Oh,
So true. Hey,
I get
You
you
are.
confused. You know, you're running the game. You know, there's a lot of things to keep track of, so you got confused. But actually, I killed them, right?
so Daniel, a thought occurs to me.
Yeah.
she did take harm, I should specify. She
No,
did take some
I
harm.
know. I'm just being an ass.
I deal holy damage. You deal holy damage. If this person is an angel, resistance makes sense.
And it is worth noting that as she drops Joanna, you can see that underneath her clothes, wounds that resemble the stigmata have started to form.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay, so this is...
That's not great.
This is messing me up a lot.
Yeah.
Identify yourself.
How could you say that to an old friend? I mean, I know I was one of the higher ups, so technically I was never really available, but come on, we were cool. You know, you like art. It's kind of my thing.
You misunderstand. In this realm, our appearances are fixed in a way. I may not immediately recognize you.
You know, that's fair. And, you know, don't worry about it, okay? Because, like, here's the thing. And then, like, the cut that she got from your weapons
Oh my fucking god.
opens a bit,
I just realized who this is.
and it starts bleeding light and paint. The paint falls to the ground, from which small stones painted to look like eyes appear and begin floating around her in rings, around her arms and around her neck and head. Her wound is still bleeding light and paint, and more cracks begin to appear across her skin, like chipped marble. And she says, "Be not afraid. I am the Archangel Uriel."
Yup! There it is!
Oh, yes, Uriel. Apologies for not recognizing you sooner.
I raise my sword and say, "You blaspheme in the name of our Lord."
No, that's the real one.
"I'm blaspheming in names? Oh, that's adorable coming from you. Do you really think you're getting into heaven on someone else's name?" She's looking you dead in the eyes as she says that.
I'm gonna hit her with my sword.
As you go for it, you both do take harm from this interaction, so
Fine.
Oh, of course.
the drops of paint briefly leap up and form small little paint hands that, when they touch you, it slips right through armor. It's ignore armor, and you take 2 harm as wounds similar to the stigmata appear on your own bodies.
Oh no.
Oh, damn. I feel like that's personally offensive to me.
What? I'm trying to make art in the name of our Lord. I'm trying to make art in the name of our Lord. Why did you interrupt me?
The higher-ups have indicated to me that they do not approve of this art.
Bullshit. Bullshit. It must have been one of them who kicked me out. I don't know why I was sent down here. And I mean, I hear that's common. You probably don't know why you were sent down here either. Here's a hint. It's because no one likes you. But I know that if I perform some great work of art in the Lord's name, some great sacrifice, I will be allowed back in. And everyone on this train should be singing my praises because they will all be part of the Lord's kingdom because of their sacrifice for this great work.
They're not singing a song because you killed them. Die, fallen one. I'm on attack again. I don't care if I'm gonna take more hits. Let's go. Oh, if I am fighting with and against old-fashioned hand weapons and suffer harm, I suffer one less harm. Monster attacks count as old-fashioned for this move. That's my warrior trait, so I only took 1 damage from that first one, I think.
You know what? I'll give it to you. Yeah.
That's the thing I took so I could fight hard. And I'm just going to, again, there's probably some better moves I could use, but I just want to try to hit him with my sword. I'm also yelling loudly. Hopefully my yelling loudly will get somebody to come here. Maybe some backup, maybe an evil sword that could kill this angel.
Yeah, but who would have something like
Evil.
I figure out how to call Isabel.
Yeah.
And just put her on speaker.
Yeah.
I don't even say anything. She can just hear a conflict happening.
For the record, I did not count my shield on that attack against me because you said it was armor piercing.
Yes, it is.
So wait, sorry, what are you wanting Isabel to do, or are you just so you're tagging me in?
I'm calling you. You can hear that we are currently fighting somebody.
And that means Onyx can also hear this since I'm with Onyx.
Yeah.
It is worth noting that Gale and Wows are both close enough to actually hear the fight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what...
Well,
Yeah, Gale just
What
hanging
is
out.
Gale up to?
Gale's got a move called Bonding Time.
This might be disrupting it.
Do go on.
If I spend some quality time with my guide instead of working on the current mystery, I can roll plus charm. So you just see sort of in the background, Gale's leaving the room. There's a takeout box on the little table in there, and it's a little out of focus, but you see a figure in a hoodie lunge toward it.
Good Lord.
So are you staying in there for this fight, or
If it's acceptable for the previous time to be bonding time, now I will join in.
that's fair? Yep, I'll take it.
I rolled an 8, my charm is +2, so I actually got a 10.
Nice. What is the benefit of that?
I get 2 hold, and I can use it for some things.
All I got was a 7 on my sword attack, by the way.
Okay. Just as you're about to bring the blade down, Uriel flicks her wrist one last time, and the paintbrush shifts again. This time, it comes out
Yuri.
As
Sorry.
Yeah. Instantly, it shifts into a blade of fire. However, upon closer inspection, although it clearly gives off light and heat as it moves and crackles, the orange flame is made of shifting, unnatural stained glass.
Ooh.
Isn't that fancy?
Your blades lock, and you can tell that Uriel's fucking mad.
Jesus.
This was their shot back in. Your slash actually forces her back a bit, and you dig somewhat into her shoulder, but then she pushes back and kicks you away and slashes at you, which is a 3 harm attack. But you do have armor and a thing against that, so I didn't know you'd be fucking invincible.
I am a grand warrior who has slain many horrible beasts, and I'm definitely Roland. I don't know what you're talking about. She's got crazy ideas saying my name's not Roland. My name's Roland. Shut up. I don't know if they, angels probably don't really have.
How is Uriel looking?
Still kicking.
Okay.
Not that hurt, as far as you can tell. It's hard to tell when she is looking like that, but she is breathing heavily.
How is Roland looking?
Roland has taken 2 wounds, or 2 harm.
Okay.
Still
Damn.
stable.
All right. So
Gale is here now, too. Looking okay.
We're about
Gale's
to
here,
say.
too.
Uriel glances back at Gale and is like, there's something wrong with you.
Homophobic.
What is that corruption in your soul?
Oh, that's Wows. Oh, right. You guys haven't met.
What have you lain with? After briefly noticing that, looking at how surrounded she is, Uriel backs against the wall into a locked door, which he then turns around and slashes open.
Leading into the front, or?
It leads into a passenger car where there's a small family screaming and a painting.
I would like to use a move.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've got 2 hold here, and I'd like to use one.
Mhm.
Lets me use a pararomantic move that I have not taken. I'd like to use Dark Desires so that I can manipulate a monster using emotional ties.
Yeah?
Nice.
Hey, just calm down. I know we all hate Mr. Miller. He's got weird hang-ups. He's into some weird stuff, but we can just talk this through.
Uriel's no longer running for the painting, but she is looking at you with nothing but disdain.
Should I roll or no?
I'd roll a convince someone, or manipulate someone, I think it's called these days.
That's 11.
Okay. Uriel just stops, and she's breathing a little heavily, but says, I just wanted to return.
Okay, stab her,
That's
stab her,
so
stab her.
wrong.
Stab her.
Oh, God. She dives for the painting again. Does one of you try to stab her?
Yes!
Yeah, I'll try and stab her.
Stab her.
I'm gonna need you to kick some ass.
Hell yeah. That's gonna be 11.
Nice.
I also got an 11.
I'm gonna say, Dan, I'm sorry for wasting your roll like this, but it's a very small.
Well, also, I have it's a big sword that's heavy and messy. Like, if I can't fit it in there, like, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't fit the thing in the train car,
Absolutely.
unfortunately.
No, the bonus of it doing extra damage is it's too hard to move around.
But Isaiah, you do manage to take a swipe at her. Would you like to inflict terrible harm?
I'm going to suffer less harm. I think.
Fair enough.
I have a feeling this fight is continuing, so I want to survive it.
Well, one thing I will give you is that you have accidentally discovered her weakness. One of them.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Hitting
Stabbing?
them with swords?
As she dives for the painting, your flaming sword comes in contact with the painting, and as the canvas begins to burn, it reaches the figure that she became when she jumped into the painting, and she screams.
Oh.
She desperately and raggedly crawls out of the painting. Now her cracked skin is charred, and all of her blood has turned orange and red, and she looks hurt.
Uriel, I empathize with wanting to return to your former position. This method is counterproductive.
How do you know? You've never tried it.
No, I know.
I am doing the right thing here.
I am afraid I have a message from the higher-ups. And I'm gonna raise my flaming sword and say, you are fired. And I'm gonna try and kick some ass again.
All right.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Now this time, I'm inflicting terrible harm.
How much harm is your weapon do normally?
3.
It normally does
And-
3 harm?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it is a holy weapon, and it would normally do 4 for the great harm, but her resistance to holy and the fact that she has 1 armor means that she just barely survives it.
Damn.
She pushes you out of the way and kind of flails at you with her sword, and it does get a fair hit on your chest as she begins to run out of the car and back towards the back of the train.
There she is! What the fuck is that? Jesus Christ!
Hey, watch the
And
language.
she sees Isabel and Onyx.
How much harm do I take?
You take 3.
Okay. I am unstable.
What she sees as she rounds the corner and comes face to face with us
Right, yeah, you get the gang with the fairies, maybe.
is Onyx is in the middle of the aisle looking at her as she's running towards them. They're gonna bring their sword down, and with a shout of some otherworldly language, they are going to use some combat magic. So I'm going to use the blast base, and I'm going to add life drain to that via necromantic. So that's 13 for my roll. So she takes 2 harm magic, and I heal. Well, it would be 2, but I heal 1.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop you right there. She's dead as shit. As you bring the sword down on her, there's a blast to it.
Yeah, it basically is like a small little mini explosion right where the sword connects. And it's this weird amalgamation of flashing stark white and jet black as it kind of goes off.
She screams in agony before falling back and slumping against a nearby wall. And as she slides down the wall, it just makes a smear of paint across as she goes down. And she just says, it would have been beautiful. All I had to do was crash the train. She said I just had to crash the... And then she dies. And the Archangel Uriel is condemned.
Oh, good job, Onyx. I wonder if Wows is still hungry.
Is he gonna lick up some paint?
I have a feeling that Archangel would probably upset their stomach.
Quick point of order. Is the train still going abnormally fast?
Yes.
Oh no.
The train conductor is, at this point, pretty desperately trying to get it to stop.
Has he not already tried the emergency brake?
The emergency brake shattered like glass
Oh,
on account of fairy magic.
Oh no.
So, if one of you has some kind of inclination as to how to stop a train,
Furiously typing into my Discord server, how stop train? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
You know, I think this is the first angel I've killed. Nice!
Rowan's like, I'll forgive you for that.
I'm just mad that you took the kill.
by the way, Theo, one of the people in your group chat say, if no emergency brake, smash engine.
All right.
But yeah, I passed the engine information to everyone else.
Yeah, anyone who wants to destroy the train, you gotta act under pressure to get there.
I've got
The train is
I've
getting
got
really
+2
fast.
cool. But I'm also probably really shocked about the idea of an angel dying in front of me. So I don't know. But they're a fallen angel.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna try something. I'm probably gonna need all of your help.
If you want to stop the train, it's big magic.
Oh, yeah. Including you, Roland, not Roland.
My name is
whatever
Roland.
Your name is.
My name is
Okay,
Roland.
Roland.
Definitely. Wink.
I'm going to need all of you to help me with this. And yes, I would like to try and stop the train with big magic. Other than the companions, is there anything else specific that I need?
You're going to need something important to the train conductor.
His keys.
Yeah.
His keys are not important to him.
There is a photo of his family nearby.
Somebody grab that photo.
Hey, what the fuck?
We need this for the ritual.
Ritual?
No follow-up questions,
What?
please.
He's a little baffled. He's very baffled.
This will be the second weirdest thing you've seen today. Maybe third.
It's going to take about 3 minutes to cast, and the train crashes in about 7. So I'm just going to need you to... Can you roll a use magic for me real quick?
Yep.
Are we gonna all hold hands? Like, what
Yes.
are we gonna do to help?
Important question. I asked the conductor, important question. Which would you say is more important to you? This photo or your right hand?
He does not answer that question.
So I got a 10 on my use magic.
Fuck yeah.
What are we doing to help with this? Because it said, like, we are helping to make this happen. I'm curious, what did we do?
The energy is of the spell is flowing out from the photograph and into all of you and using you as conduits. It burns like fuck.
Oh.
It won't cause harm, but it hurts.
You're all arranged around this, like, hastily drawn circle. I'm thinking we're doing it in the engine car, like we kicked the engineer out.
I was going to say maybe we include the conductor in the circle to spread the pain out a little bit more.
The picture is set in the middle of it, and you see Onyx at the end of this ritual stab their sword, which, Roland, you see looks strangely like yours.
But black and evil.
It's your sword, but I'm all goth.
And all of a sudden, these black tendrils kind of go out from this photo into all of us. And then you see tentacles
Hell.
grab the front of the engine car and start restraining and slowing it down.
With the tentacles restraining the train, it does initially do a huge lunge that makes everybody fall, but it does quickly start to slow down. And at around the 3-minute mark, there's this awful grinding noise All of you are a little bit thrown 10 feet as disaster has been averted, just barely.
And only a few people died.
Oh, I didn't even know their names. They're not important.
We'll then say that we cut to the outside of the train, and, everybody is getting out. People are getting treated for their wounds. Ambulances are pulling up in the distance. Everything seems well and done. Although, as you stand in a group, the lady in the MAGA hat approaches all of you, and she says, "Whoa-wee, that was some adventure you guys just went on, huh? Oh, man. Oh."
Onyx would have tried to scoop the chisel / paintbrush / holy sword off of the corpse of Uriel.
In its current state, it's just a shard of orange glass.
That's okay.
It's clearly very powerful, but it is inactive at the moment.
Yep, that's fine. They just want a souvenir from the time that they got to kill an angel.
Oh my god.
That's fair, yeah.
It's not every day you get to do that.
Yeah. For the moment, everything is winding down, and the MAGA hat lady approaches you all and is just like, "Wow, that was a lot of fun. I'm really glad they sent you guys to deal with her. She was nuts. Oh, where'd she get that idea?
Have we met?
I'm sorry, I thought I could have sworn I told you my name. Lucy. It's a pleasure.
God damn it.
And I wouldn't try anything right now. We're surrounded by people, and, fires start so easily in grasslands. It's a mess. I just wanted to congratulate you all, and thank you for cutting off my loose end.
Who
do you think, Millie?
Yeah.
This was your doing then, setting her off like that.
Someone might have whispered the minor idea that it might be a way to get back into God's good grace, which I know for a fact wouldn't work. I've tried it.
I'm sure you have.
All I got was a life sentence that I had somebody else take the fall for.
And you did this for what purpose?
I'm gonna be honest, because I thought it was funny. I heard about Uriel getting kicked out, and I just couldn't resist. But hey, I wasn't expecting you to show up. That's a new one, she says specifically to Roland. We've met before. We'll meet again. Both probably in this time and in the distant past. Time travel. Mess.
Wait, time travel? Wait. What year is it?
The year of our Lord 2023. Did no one tell you? And you're probably not getting sent back home until I'm dealt with, and good luck with that one, buddy. You know what? I had a lot of fun today. We get to do this again sometime. And with that, Lucy just steps back into the crowd. Someone walks in front of her for a split second, and she's gone. All that's left is a MAGA hat on the ground.
When she disappears, Isabel, everyone's looking on silently, and Isabel finally just points a finger, was that the devil?
Wait, was that the devil?
From Bible?
Ooh, should have got his autograph.
It would be more accurate to say that the devil was her.
That's the same thing, though. I'm glad we're not dating anymore, Miller.
Next time, I'm taking a fucking plane.
A what?
Roland, it is clear to me that your presence here was unanticipated from all parties. However, it is equally clear that our mission would not have succeeded without your assistance.
I suppose. I do not know why I'm here in this distant time. If you say that woman was an embodiment of evil, was she behind all of this? Then perhaps I'm here to destroy her.
It certainly would be useful to have you on our side, given that will certainly be something we will be tasked with once or twice.
I serve the Lord.
You say Roland's arrival is unanticipated by all parties. Gail's eyes light up. I know you from.
Oh, what?
You're the man of my dreams.
Thanks for listening, beloved hunters of good content. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode as much as we enjoyed playing. I know I had a blast running it. Pretty soon we'll be having a poll on our Discord with all of our pilots up for renewal. Come on over, we'd love to have you and know your opinion. Our players consist of Daniel, who you can find at LOTR_Dan on Twitter. Damien, who you can find at twitch.tv/magicalhack, where he streams regularly. Myself, Theo, and Isaiah are all part of Kingdom Hearts A Forgotten Era, a currently on hiatus podcast that I think is quite good. I might be biased. Russell, in his own words, does nothing of value but this. Isaiah is a freelance games and games tool developer at Mythatelier, and Theo you can find at 4 whole moons, as in the number 4, whole, not half, moons, on Twitter, and at the website theodoremonk.com. Thanks so much, Isaiah and Theo, for joining us as guests. Love you both. The music we utilized consists of Happy Halloween by Fast Sounds on Pixabay for our outro, New Metal, No Solo by Light Saturation, Road to Paris, Gypsy Jazz by Vitaly Koral from Pixabay, A Kind of Battle BGM from Chimi Min from Pixabay, and Dramatic Piano and Strings and Dramatic Atmosphere with Piano and Violin by Universe Field. Thanks for all the good music. If you want us to flourish, join our Discord at Daniel's Dread Tales, and rate us 5 stars wherever you listen. Once more, thank you for everything, and we'll be seeing you again, no matter what low places we all end up. Bye.
Maybe it's early for praise since we're not done yet, but God, Nathan, you really fucking snuck that right under the radar, didn't you? Like, the moment it connected, I was, like, looking at a list of demons. I was like, wait, isn't there, like, a demon or angel that, like, doesn't start with a Y, but starts with a U? And it's, like, Yuri. Oh, no! Like, 2 seconds before you did the reveal.
I love that you connected the dots in the, like, chat, like, just in time for the reveal.
Yeah.
Like, it was, the timing was perfect.
That's why they're not named Helen.